Okay, now we're back, and we're going to talk really quickly about applying polish. This is something that a lot of you might have known how to do, so we're not going to go like too into it or too technical. You will have to demonstrate it for your state board when you pick a color and you apply it in New Jersey. Read your chapter on the book that says it underneath. The most successful polish application is by using 4 coats. The first is the base coat, 2 coats is the polish coat, and the last coat is your top coat. Think of it like a sandwich. Your base protects your actual real nail. You layer 2 coats of your color, and your top coat seals everything in there and gives it shine. Know that by building layer upon layer, you improve adhesion and staying power. Because your base coat has a sticky layer, it helps the color adhere to that layer. When you go to remove it, it also helps everything to come off evenly as opposed to staining the nail underneath. Know that you want to apply thin, even coats for maximum smoothness and maximum drying time. If you increase the coat and just glop it on, it's going to increase the drying time. It also might come out uneven. Also know that when applying an iridescent or frosted polish, you must make sure that the strokes are parallel to the sidewalls of the nail to avoid shadow lines in the polish. Now we go into men's manicure services, because now men are enjoying services like women did. They enjoy color services, they enjoy facials, they enjoy peels. Everything that typically was women is now becoming equal, as people are realizing that these gender roles are ridiculous. They don't really matter anymore. Men can be engaged in skincare, men can be engaged in makeup, men can be engaged in a whole lot of things that were previously only thought to be for women. So typically when you market a men's manicure, you want to market it towards them, offer the different options for them. You also want to take into account your different aromas. Typically men like more earthier smells, citrus smells. They don't want floral stuff that like rose that a female would like. But that's just a general what the book says. Also know that when it comes to nail color, men typically just want a clear. This is also changing. Some people might be feeling a little gothic or emo and they want black. Others want different colors. The sky's the limit. And I always say too, watch the What Would You Do video on the the boy getting the manicure. It was really interesting because it really shows how some of these gender roles are still ingrained in society. So with the men's manicure service, men tend to go longer and longer between services and will need a little bit more work on women in their nail and skin. For male clients, you want to use a citrus or spice scented hand cream rather than a floral scent. Men prefer their nails generally shorter than women do, and round are the most common choice for male clients because of their natural appearance. Some men, however, prefer their nails really short with only a small amount of free edge that is shaped according to the base of the nail plate. Also ask some of your clients, including men, because like for me, my nails are super short. I cut them as short as I can because I have a, I think it's, I almost said hyponychium, eponychium. My eponychium, and actually both my eponychium and hyponychium are higher, so my cuticle is grown over, but underneath it does hurt if I try to cut too low. So what you do is I take the file and I gently file across. Your client's not going to know that anatomy term if they say that, just try to cut easy or file. Some clients will even come in there and just pre-cut their nails, and you'll only have to adjust it by filing because it's too close and too naturally longer that if you try to cut it, it'll cause extreme pain. Know too that most men enjoy the massage portion. They come there for the massage and they want a longer massage, and they typically want a firmer effleurage than women do. But this does not mean a deep sports type massage, since you're not trained to do that. It just means firmer finger movements on the palms and longer, firmer slides in your effleurage movements when you're doing a hand and arm massage. Also know that most times, unless the hands are in very poor shape, you can give men a longer massage since polish time is not a factor. And men prefer buff nails, clear gloss, or a dull, clear satin coating. This satin coating finish is designed especially to help men protect their nails without having their nails appear too polished or too feminine. Although a man may rarely want a shiny top coat or colored nail polish on the hands, you should always discuss this with your clients because some of them do want it. Some of them might even want enhancements. Also, you want to prepare the nails for polish, removing oils and debris, because peeling or chipping gloss is very common and very annoying to men if this is done wrong. You want to use a base coat under the clear to encourage staying power. Clear without a base coat tends to peel, and that will annoy the heck out of your male clients. Apply a thin base coat and then one thin coat of clear and a quick drying top coat, or just one coat of base and a satin clear. Always ask for the next appointment and suggest having a pedicure with a manicure. You'd be surprised to know a lot of men actually love and enjoy getting pedicures done because it's so relaxing to them, and if they have a high stress job, it's just their own time to unwind. And when you market to men, you want to market that on your website, market it on your books. Pick a male, if you have a male client, or have them, give them a free service. This is what you can do: give them a free service, market it for them to enjoy it. If you want to celebrate them, some barbershops even offer this. I know at certain male spas, there's strictly men's spas. There's even you always want to have men's magazines or unisex magazine in the chair, so just don't order women's magazines when you're ordering them for the salon. Order your hair ones. Some women and men like to read that because that's just pretty unisex. It's good for people that are interested in the industry. But also order like a Men's Health. That's a really good magazine to have, just a general one. GQ magazine might be really good. And then like your Classical People magazine for anyone that likes to read that. Also know that you can use gift certificates that are sold to your female clients to get their boyfriends in there. That will help up your clientele. Use your Instagram. Prove this. Show it. Try to break up the stereotypes that men don't get these services. Also know that you want to make sure your decor is unisex. If you make it earthy, so typically if something's earthy, it's unisex already. Have some essential oil diffusers going. You don't want like little pink ribbons and rainbows hanging all over unless that's the thing you want in your salon, in which case you're not going to be marketing men's manicure. Also know that staying open later or opening earlier on chosen days makes it easier for your male clients to schedule. Many salons and spas have a weekly or bi-weekly men's night where no women are allowed, so male clients can come in without being among women. I guarantee some feminist out there is going to freak out when they hear that in the book. Also know that as part of the manicure in general, women's and men's, you do have the massage component. Massage is the most ancient form of healing. It's when you manipulate the body, as we learned before. You're helping to speed up circulation, drain lymph. It's included in all spa manicures, and it can be performed on most clients. Know that, contraindications, if you're an older client, if you read their chart, if they're on blood thinners, you want to get them signed off on a physician saying that that's okay. You don't want to give them something that is potentially going to be harmful to their health or cause any bleeding. Know that hand and arm massage are optional during a basic manicure, but you can always ask, like before, would you like to add on? I can do this service, that service. Some places it's considered a price update. Also know that in a few states with a cosmetology license, you cannot perform a hand or foot massage. You want to be guided by your instructor on what they know about the state's laws. Also know of some just general movements as a review. This should sound familiar. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Effleurage is a succession of strokes in which the hand glides over an area of the body. Effleurage, with a variety of degrees of pressures. Petrissage is kneading, lifting, squeezing, and pressing the tissue. Tapotement is a rapid tapping or striking motion of the hands against the skin. Vibration is a continuous trembling or shaking movement applied by the hand without leaving contact with the skin. Friction incorporates various strokes that manipulate or press one layer of tissue over another. And the pressure varies with each movement and per personal preference. Some things will have a description saying, how do you like your massage? Do you want it firm, medium, or very light pressure? If a client's on blood thinners and you're very careful and you move like this and you're just gentle and you explain why, you can give them what they want, but also when they're signed off on a physician, you can give them what they really want next time. Read your procedure for a hand and arm massage. Spa manicures, they're becoming very fast in the salon. Nail professionals who advance their education in different techniques are able to do these advanced treatments. You can add on a lot of money for this. Also know that spa manicures are designed for relaxation, and they have unique names that describe the treatment. So for example, there's the Rose Garden Rejuvenation Manicure, which incorporates products containing rose oils and may use rose petals for ambiance. You can soak in like a rose water. It's like a visual thing, it's a scent thing, it's a perception thing that increases the service. Know that treatment manicures have names that also closely represent their purpose. The anti-aging manicure may incorporate the use of AHAs, your alpha hydroxy acids, or BHAs that can help exfoliate the skin, get rid of aged skin. The scrub manicure will probably exfoliate callous skin. Know that many spa manicures have more imaginative names, such as Spot Be Gone, for manicures designed at lightening age spots. Treatment manicures require further training. You want to learn about this by taking classes, but also by reading the book Spa Manicuring for Salons and Spas by Janet McCormick, published by My Lady. My Lady has so many supplements. Also know that many clients now base their cosmetic and service decisions on lifestyle choices, such as preferring all natural products. These clients will seek out spa manicures that meet their needs. And you also want to talk to them because this is on the FYI box. A lot of clients will ask for products that are chemical free, and this is where it gets, iffy. There is no legal definition for organic when you market beauty products, so you can say that this, peel right here is organic. That wouldn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that you're certified organic, which is something totally different. You might get 1 or 2 ingredients certified organic. All chemicals containing carbon are organic. I love organic food. I eat an organic diet. That's separate from beauty products. Know that chemical-free does not mean damage-free, or organic products do not mean damage-free or safer for you. It's all a marketing ploy, and this you want to also try to gently explain to your client, but also keep brands in the salon. Keep a brand that looks a little bit more earthy, of organic nail polishes, things like that. Things that will drive that clientele who get the treatments, like the spa treatments, because they'll be more likely to purchase that. The other clients who are more hip, more chic, are going to want packaging that's more fashionable and not necessarily organic. So when you think of products, think about what the client will like rather than what you like. Also, that there's also a few natural products that are available commercially, and virtually none are chemical free. There's also did you know that a newly developed dry manicure eliminates the soak using lotion and heated mitts to soften the skin cuticles? I've never done that, but the only issue is that if there's any oil, it's going to block the polish or will slide off, in which case you'll have to use a dehydrator to prep the nail. There's also a natural alternative that may work if you really do want to do an organic salon, but you have to have the funds for it. You also want to invest in a skincare fridge. I have a Teamy one that I swear by, or any. Get a specialized fridge for this, or many, because it will, you have to make batches. You want to mix your own products from fresh ingredients. You can create your own fresh products, but you want to make a small batch per day because they can spoil very quickly. Typically, pure homemade products will only last a few days, so if you make a big batch and you don't use all of it, it'll go down the drain. So that's something you can keep in your fridge. Know that additional techniques that may be incorporated in a spa manicure consists of aromatic paraffin dips, hand masks with warm, wet towels. You can do cold towels with herbs in them too after, so after you warm it, you'll cool it to close that skin up, keep that treatment in there. These are all things you can do. Hot towel, cold towel is incredible to invest in. Also know that there's theme manicures. Some salons have themes, and that will incorporate different products in, so like certain brands like either Essie or there's another brand I'm thinking of, but I'm blanking on the name. They'll have like a seasonal one, like a peppermint one for Christmas, Peppermint Paradise for Christmas, or they give the example of the Chocolate Wonder Manicure and Pedicure, or the Pumpkin Fall Festival Manicure and Pedicure. And these names kind of go along, like there'll be a pumpkin-based lotion, maybe an enzyme treatment for the hands to get rid of aging, all these things that you can sell on. So also know that aromatherapy, in the 1870s, Professor René Maurice Gadafosse, a French scientist, discovered the therapeutic use of essential oils, which are inhaled or applied to the skin. These oils are used in manicures, pedicures, and massage to induce such reactions such as relaxation or invigoration, or to create a pleasant fragrance. Most clients enjoy this. It sounds fancy. A lot of your earthy clients will ask for essential oils. Know that the practice of aromatherapy, which involves the use of highly concentrated, non-oily essential oils that are extracted using various forms of distillation from seeds, barks, roots, and leaves, wood, or resins of plants. Each part of the resource provides different aroma. So, for example, needles, resin, and wood of a Scotch pine tree will all smell different. Also know that everyone's individual perception is different. If you like that smell, you might like that. That may bring up some memories. For some clients, it may bring up negative memories, or they may not like it. Aromatherapy is very powerful. It can bring up a lot of emotion. Always ask what kind of scents your client likes in the consultation if you have any services where you do aromatherapy. Also add on, if you do extra training, get certified as an aromatherapist. That way you're able to practice more with your license as a cosmetologist or nail tech. It adds a lot of credibility. Also, be careful because in some countries oils are considered medicine and they're only prescribed by physicians. So Unless a cosmetologist is prepared to study them in depth, you should use blended oils, which are a little bit more better and more safer to use. Some essential oils can be phytotoxic, cause a sunburn risk. I know some of the citrus oils, if you put them on the client's hand, they go out in the sun, they'll blister and burn. Others can cause a reaction. Some clients may tell you, oh no, I can't use this oil, I have a reaction to it. And never say that the oils will cure something. You don't want to make that claim. Typically your client knows, if they're earthy enough, what the oil is for, and if you know it, you don't have to stress it. If you say that, oh, this cures that, you're breaking the law. That's practicing medicine. That's a no-no. Next is paraffin wax treatments. We've covered that. It's a byproduct of petroleum. It's in the heater. Typically they like to be heated around 125 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Never try to heat the wax in anything other than the proper equipment. This is very dangerous. It can cause burns, a fire, or an explosion. So if you don't burn your client or blister them badly by trying to heat up the wax on a pan, you can cause a fire or an explosion, and that's very dangerous. So don't do that. Don't ever try to makeshift a paraffin wax heater. Buy it. If you don't have the money, wait and save up until you do. Know that if a proper procedure is followed, paraffin will not adversely affect nail enhancements or natural nails. Paraffin wax treatment may be offered before or during a manicure or as a standalone service. Before a manicure, the benefits is that it allows the client to have her nails polished immediately at the end of the manicure service. It's a way to pre-soften rough, calloused skin that's very dry, so you're able to service it. You can even do both and charge them twice, and you can market that as a extra hydrating treatment where you do the paraffin before, do the service, and then do it after, and that way you're getting double moisturization, increase the price accordingly. Know that a patch test for heat tolerance can be performed on all clients for the first time they had it. You take a small patch of it and put it on there. Some paraffins have a little sliding thing where you can slide the heat to be a little cooler, a little warmer. The paraffin does take a while to heat up, so typically when you start in for class, if your class has one, you're going to turn it on at the beginning, let it heat up, so when your clients come in for clinic, that way it's all like there and ready to go. I've been in the boat where I forgot this several times and I got my head screamed at. I'm gonna get a quick sip of water real quick because my throat's dry. Okay, I'm back. That is much better. So know that because paraffin is a petroleum byproduct, it's gonna have great sealing properties. It'll be a great barrier cream. Some even hair products, if you're gonna prevent moisture from going in the hair, there's one, I forgot the name, but it's a petroleum and it's very, very strong and it takes a lot to get out. Think of that as the same science. A lot of this stuff is just general science, but made in a different way. So some of the products we use for skincare are used for nail care and massage, things like that. If anyone has impaired circulation, you want to avoid giving paraffin treatments. I don't know why they say that. Typically, if you have bad circulation, the heat from the paraffin will be good because it will get to circulate that, so that I'd be very questionable on. And when I was in school, we gave them to anyone. Senior citizens love them, in my own opinion, because if they're older, they're colder, they want some warmth. Massaging that hand, getting some circulation in, putting them in a nice hot warm paraffin is just so relaxing to them. And offering that paraffin is great to get like a little tip. So if your salon is not charging extra for the paraffin, you still want to offer it, because if you offer the service that feels, oh, I'm being cared for, they like me, this feels nice, you're going to increase the tip that you get. Also know that during a manicure, if you do the manicure, you'll have the paraffin going in as well. And lastly, many clients just may enjoy paraffin service, will ask for it, always have it on your menu so you can offer it just to anyone that wants it. Walk-ins can definitely get a paraffin treatment. It's a great way for assistants to learn some techniques or make some extra money. You can always offer to your assistants, hey, if you want to get some experience, get some money, we will allow you to also do the standalone paraffin for walk-ins or the walk-in shampoos. Things like that can help if you're in a system where you have an assistant. When the temperature is cold outside, that's a great way to have the paraffin and market that. So when you offer this, always use social media. Social media, social media, social media. That's how we market ourselves. Instagram, take a photo of that nice warm paraffin treatment, all your staff relaxing around it. That's going to create a message to your clients. Put a little emoji of like a fireplace or a fire, because on a cold day where it's chilly, your clients want to go in there and get that nice warming treatment. If you have a self-warming massage cream, you can put that on there where it's exothermic, releases heat. That will feel so relaxing on top of a paraffin. Next is nail art. This is not a thing that has any definitions. There are procedures in the book that can help you with this. Know that many clients love artistic designs on their nails. They could be fun, they could be nice. If you're really new to this and you don't know, don't specialize in it. Send them to someone you know who has experience in this. That way they keep coming to the salon. If you ever need a model to use, ask your client if they ever want to be a free model at some point. That's a great way to build your rapport with them. Also know that your designs can range from simple to complex. One of the designs, it was so gross, it was like teeth. I've seen that and it was like, ugh. The other one that was really gross is the hair, where the nails look like hair and they're like hairy, and I was like, oh my god, that's like gross, and it's also a fire hazard. Can you imagine your client with those hairy nails trying to make food? Like, oof. And know that this is only the beginning. This chapter only covers a scratch of the surface of what's out there in the world of nails, nail treatments, spa manicure treatments. Read Spa Manicuring for Salons and Spas by Janet McCormick from My Lady or Cengage. That will increase your knowledge. And know that for a business tip, you never want to stop learning about this. Go to your trade shows, do extra education. If your brand offers education, watch it. You can get a lot of stuff done online or on YouTube in times like this. It's a great way to learn. Some people can even design. You can practice designs in your nail swatches. I've seen students design those, they'll paint one and they'll practice using like a Q-tip or something, or a toothpick, and styling. There's even airbrush nail art where you're spraying it on, or 3D nail art. You can even 3D print some things now. It's pretty cool what we are able to do now with technology. So look at your procedures, get a chance to set up things up, what it should look like, proper hand washing, greeting your clients, practicing those soft skills that are important. Handling a blood exposure is very important to know. Knowing how to file a nail. Know that if you buff too long, you can create a painful heat and cause anechiolosis and a possible infection. If your client is feeling heat or burning, lighten the pressure and lower the speed. Never go too deep because you'll go to the bottom of the matrix and damage it. Make sure that you're sitting in a comfortable position and you're not stretching or leaning forward to your customer. Your posture should be correct with your massages. Know that if more cream, oil, or lotion is needed during a massage, always leave one hand on the client and one arm to go get it. Never just fully drop the client like that. Be sure to hold the client's hand or arm loosely without too much restraint during the massage. A firm but gentle, slow, and rhythmic movement is a predictable routine and is the key to a relaxing massage. Moving quickly sends the message to the client that you're hurrying to get the massage over and you don't care. So you don't want to be like, Be gentle, slow, and efficient and repetitive. So typically if a client has high blood pressure, diabetes, circulatory conditions, that might be contraindication. We know that from the previous chapter. Hope you've been listening. Be careful not to press or move with pressure over bones or arms. That'll be very painful. You don't want to hit their funny bone. Perform the movements several times. Typically 3 to 4 times is more than enough. Know that if the client is uncomfortable about dipping the hands in the paraffin wax, or you notice her scratch or abrasions, you can place about half a cup of paraffin in a plastic bag, which I've said. Wrap the hands with a paraffin-soaked cheesecloth or paper towels. I wouldn't do that because it would drip. Spray paraffin on the hands. I don't know how you'd even spray paraffin because it would just harden. Or purchase a one-time use commercial gloves that heat and have paraffin in them. Never seen those either. 90% of the time you're doing the first thing. The other things, I don't know why you'd ever spray paraffin. I don't think it would even spray in a spray bottle. That would create a mess. Also know that if the paraffin used in a client becomes contaminated, it should never be reused. If they're bleeding and you put their hand in that paraffin, you have to dump everything out when it's wet. Find a way to clean everything out. Never put water in that paraffin, that will ruin it, or if it sizzles, that's a really dangerous way of cleaning it. And also, continue your education, find good videos, look up good YouTubers that specialize in this. It's an art and it's a science. Once you know the science of sanitation, the chemicals, the art will come a lot easier. And the next chapter is the bane of my existence when I was in cosmetology school. It ruined cottage cheese for me, and that's a whole different story for this chapter. Chapter 6, pedicures. So hopefully none of you have eaten a Limburger, feta, or a horrible smelling cheese, because my stories for this chapter will wreck your life and your experience for that. So take a nice break, you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow for this chapter.